Good morning, guys. It is 6:30. It's about 6:30 on a Saturday morning, and today we're gonna do a day in the life. But first, I gotta clean up this salt. Look at this. Check this out. So last night I was making my last meal. The salt fell from the cupboard. I was like, this is a tomorrow morning me problem because I'm not dealing with it right now. So I just left it, and now I gotta deal with it first thing in the morning. But anyway, training's gonna go down after one meal today. It is getting a bit later. I need to get this meal in, get off to the gym because there's a lot to do today. It is a busy day. Let's get at it. So that was my check-in for today. The first time I've dropped weight since I stepped off stage. So 2 to 1.8 when last week I was 222. Yeah, exactly 222. So it's the first time I've dropped weight. So I'm hoping for maybe a baseline increase of food this week, which would be great. Taking the carbs maybe from like 450 to maybe 475, even 500. Oh my, that sounds like a nice amount of food. About to make my breakfast, then I'll head off to the gym. But I gotta deal with this salt issue first. We gotta get hoovering. Like I said, it's a busy day today, so we've got a big breakfast. We've got 300 milliliters of egg whites, 2 whole eggs, pineapple, coffee. We've got obviously a usual health drink, 100 grams of cream of rice, some strawberries, some dark chocolate. We've also got a bagel as well. Yeah, breakfast of champions, and then straight off to the gym. It's easy to get your food in earlier in the morning. If you know you've got a busy day ahead and you don't want to be scranning rice all the time. Obviously, it's good to have your protein split up nice throughout the day, but if I can't be bothered sitting there and eating chicken and rice, I can just eat chicken and then be done with a meal if I'm busy. So get a lot of the carbs out of the way in the morning. Also potentially might be having an off-plan meal today. We'll see how I feel. Let's demolish this food. That breakfast was top notch. While we wait for the breakfast to digest, I'm just gonna go through a few check-in responses. It's 8:30 now, so quite a few clients are getting up and sending the check-ins through as I ask them to do on a Saturday morning. Some people checking on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. But the biggest day I'd say it's probably a Saturday at the moment. Deadline's 11 a.m. But like I said, earlier the better for me. So we'll get through some check-in responses and then we will head out to the gym. And that's what my phone sounds like all morning on a Saturday. All right, so let's do a few more weeks of bringing you down. Now, obviously, we did the lower food and then we went to the higher food. Let's go back to the lower food now again, and then so we've got more room to push up food again, maybe at like 6 weeks out or something like that. But between now and like 6 weeks out, the next 4 weeks, we probably want to be looking to come down and get a little bit tighter. But I don't want to change where food is at this moment in time because food seems to have you've been responding really well to the food in terms of like strength and just the way your fullness is, the way that your physique's looking and shaped up. It's responded really, really well to this higher food. So I just pulled up at the gym now. We're going to train chest and shoulders. A bit of push, basically, if you just want to dumb it down as push. But I'm just sat in the car and I'm looking at my progress from last year. I'm going to throw up some pictures here. Over this last year, man, like I've made so much progress. And it's just all down to just me deciding to give it my all. I flipped that switch and I said, look, I'm fucking done being mediocre and I need to take myself to the next level. I'm gonna put this video up as well. I'll play it now after I've said this. This video was the first step. Day number 1 of the comeback. I've realised I can't stay in that negative injury hole forever. I've got to push myself out of it. I've got to become better and I've got to lead from the front. I'm a bodybuilder. This is what I do. I've got to love the training, the diet, and the cardio, everything horrible about it too. When you know you want more from yourself, you take the first step. I've checked in with a coach. I've taken photos and now I'm making this accountability video for myself and for you guys to see so you can follow. I've given myself a target of 12 weeks to get photo shoot ready and who knows what else more after that. But for now, I know within myself that within 12 weeks I can work around this injury no matter what and I can still get results. So let's see what I can achieve over this next phase. And ever since that video, I have been on my shit, on my grind, and it pays off. Let's get it. Muscle Bound Gym, as usual, the best gym in the fucking country.
Sheesh. It's start season. I need my check, man, he always gon' remind. I had to bust out some raps for the one time. Think I'm flexing, I only do sometimes. I need to big gas on my wrist like it's lunchtime. I had to bust out some racks. Show me they fake so I can't get attached. I'm a Carolina boy, now we up on the map. But it's Hershey, a fan, don't want get on my lap. No, I'm the kid, it's just hop on the spaz on the track. Never lying, they know that's a fact. I had to bust out some racks. A girl on my line, but I never be here in the back. Bust on the road, but I got back on track. Let me switch and I'm knowing the cap. I got back up so no I won't scrap. Can put us on safety, we pop like a strap. About to blow it, they hate it. About to chill cause these girls overrated. They say that I'm flowing, they put me on playlists. I be rocking off white like I'm racist. I do what I want with my life with the matrix. Be too deep in my thoughts, I be jaded. Forget your opinion, don't need to be graded. I play in that word they see, but I waited. Gotta hop in the store and go make a song.
Gym done, that was a good session. I didn't want to put too much. I don't want this video to be too long, so I don't want to mash up every single set. So a quick little overview there. Now I need to get off home. I need to make my post-workout. I took too long in the gym. I hate it. I do it all the time. I take too long. And I know today I'm in a rush. I'm supposed to be at this family thing by 1, I think. It's 12. Latest I can get to this family thing is 2:30, apparently. So I can have my post-workout. I then have not cooked no rice. So what we're going to have to do is go and get some rice cakes, I think. Some microwavable rice from Aldi. Chicken's all cooked. As it comes. Let's get on. Here we are with the next meal of the day. Cream of rice with whey sauce. This is my post-workout. It's quick absorbing food. I'm not really a fan of using the Cocoa Pops myself at this moment in time. Once, say, like, my carbs get pushed up to a certain amount where I don't feel like I can eat this kind of like proper rice-based food. Yeah, I guess. Rice, Cocoa Pops. I guess Cocoa Pops are rice-based, but the sugars and stuff like that. I'm trying to keep it as whole as possible, so for as long as possible. So yeah, whey, cream of rice, strawberries, banana, and I've just jumped out of the shower. I'm so all over the place today. I'm hoping that I can just sort my meals out. I've got chicken cooked, that's the good thing. But next stop might have to be Aldi for some rice cakes. Today could have been a lot better planned from my side. I need 350 grams of chicken. So I got these bags in the fridge and I'm just gonna weigh out 350 grams of chicken because that's 2 meals for me there. And then I know at least I have 2 meals. If I want to have my off-plan meal, then I'll be fine to have my off-plan meal and just miss out one of these. But you always need to be prepared. It's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared in this bodybuilding game. So never be left without your protein. Carbs-wise, I'm going to go and grab some sweet chili rice cakes from Aldi real quick. Just trying to weigh this all out with one hand, it's horrendous. 350. That's that. Let's get rocking.
I had to bust on some racks. Show me they fake so I can't get attached. I'm a Carolina boy, now we up on the map. But it's Hershey, a fan, don't want get on my lap. No, I'm the kid, it's just hop on the spaz on the track. Never lying, they know that's a fact. I had to bust on some racks. A girl on my line, but I never be here in the back. Bust on the road, but I got back on track. Let me switch and I'm knowing the cap. I got back up so no I won't scrap. Can put us on safety, we put on the strap. So many things I can't fit on the page. Fuck this shit, I'ma shit off the brain. She said she know how I put it together. I been ever so I step out like a plane. Yeah, we hit the block in the channel. I keep the door and came up off a stain. I'm just trying to see more honest. Jump out the porch, get it anyway. Like that from my father, he went federal. They had him.
Alright, so quite a bit of the day's been missed. What's happened since I've not whipped out this camera? I left the family function because I needed some rice cakes. I went to Aldi, I got the rice cakes, I ate a few, I then needed a nap. So I went home, I had a nap. I came back, I was expecting the food to be ready. Wasn't ready. Then everyone was going off to my uncle's, because it's my cousin's birthday. But it's a bit late, it's a bit past my bedtime now. It's almost 8 o'clock. I had a banging headache and I was like, I need to just go home because I got a banging headache. I can't deal with these party vibes. So I've missed out on the food, the proper food that I wanted. So pizza's the only option in it. There's this sick pizza place near me. I got a pizza, but it's square. It's a square pizza. That's what makes it taste better. In other news, spoke to Hader obviously after my check-in this morning, and baseline food's been increased. We're finally at the 500 grams of carbs a day point. So protein stays at 300, that's the standard. Fats stay, I think, 55 on training days, that's the standard, and 65 on rest days. We only manipulate carbs, just slowly increasing, obviously, as and when needed, or decreasing as and when needed if we're pushing into a deficit. We've gone from 450 on a training day to 500, and then rest day has gone from 375 to 400 grams of carbs, and I'm excited to keep pushing forward. It still feels like absolutely nothing, which is crazy because in the past this amount of food for me has not been good because my appetite's just been shocking, but this is the first time I've actually been able to sustain my appetite for this long, and that's what's giving a big part in the growth that I've had. And you know how I've managed to sustain this appetite is by making my meals a lot more enjoyable, making sure I'm cooking, I'm spending time preparing each meal, also ticking all other boxes, getting steps in and making sure training stays very, very, I mean, it's always stayed very, very intense, but making sure cardio is being done just a little bit, 15 minutes post-workout. That obviously helps to move food around as well and keep appetite booming. Being very, very smart with food choices in terms of what I'm doing, am I using whey or am I using chicken? That's something that I spoke about on a little bit in the shopping video. If you've not seen that video, I'll put a link to it, go and watch it. I've used to use a lot of whey, but what I've done now is reduce the amount of whey that I'm using and start to implement chicken a little bit more, and that's helped my stomach not be as bloated. I think that's something that you have to do through the off season. You have to really pay attention to gut health and things like that. And when you identify your body responding in a bad way, you identify a little bit of bloating, a little bit of stomach trouble, you need to think, okay, well, what have I done differently that might have caused that? Have I not drank as much water with that meal? Is it a change of a carb source? Is it a change of a protein source? Is it the way I've cooked something? And I've been doing that every single morning, thinking how have I been waking up, and if I've been waking up with pretty flat stomach, then amazing, everything in that day has gone good the previous day, my meal timings, all that kind of stuff. But if I've been coming across problems either throughout the day or first thing in the morning, okay, why? And then get straight onto that issue as well, because I'm also aware that my waist isn't amazing. I don't have a super tight, super small waist, so I'm so scared of just becoming really unproportionate and having a big stomach and all that kind of stuff. So to keep as aesthetic as possible as well, I want to stay on top of my midsection more than I ever have done, incorporating abs and stuff a lot more than I have done in the past. Few little nuggets for you to take there. I'm gonna go grab this pizza, hopefully it's ready. I'll show you the pizza, and that's pretty much it for the night. Back on the graph tomorrow, and we are over in York because Hayden is competing in his first show of the season, and I'm excited to see how his stage look looks. He should be actually sending me over some photos. Where's my phone? He should be sending me over some photos right now, post tan. So we're excited to see how he looks.